China has already become the biggest electric car market in the world. It's mostly because the Chinese EV market has both already established electric car companies as well as very new electric car startups. Over time, they started offering an insane amount of different options, which is why in this video, you will only see the newest electric cars being offered by Chinese EV brands. Let's get started. BYD Seal. This year, the Tesla Model 3 is likely to face stiff competition from BYD's Seal, a new all-electric model that is now in development. To commemorate the debut of BYD's e-Platform 3.0, the BYD Seal was officially unveiled last month. It is the second 100% electric sedan in the BYD Ocean series, following the BYD Dolphin. With an 800-volt high-voltage platform, the Seal's pure electric cruising range is 440 miles, an annual manufacturing capacity of 60,000 units, and monthly sales of 5,000 units are envisioned for the Seal at BYD's Changzhou plant, where it will be for sale this summer. As a whole, the Seal's profile is serene and round. The Seal is powered by a BYD Blade battery. It's available with rear or four-wheel drive, 150 kilowatt or 230 kilowatt for rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, 160 horsepower up front, 230 horsepower in the back. In only 3.8 seconds, the four-wheel drive variant can go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, and the price is expected to range from $35,000 to $45,000, depending on bells and whistles. Nio ET7. This year, the Chinese EV manufacturer Nio began manufacturing its first flagship car, the ET7 model. A 70 kilowatt per hour or 100 kilowatt per hour battery pack is presently available for purchase, and the company says it will offer a 150 kilowatt per hour battery pack in the future, which it claims can give 620 miles on the NEDC cycle, or around 430 miles under real-world circumstances. This flagship EV from Chinese manufacturer Nio showcases high-end design features such as integrated autonomous driving sensors on the roof, double-dash LED headlights, a heartbeat taillight on the back, flush door handles that subtly slide outward upon touch, and a double-dash LED taillight. Inside, rattan materials, sophisticated scent and air quality systems, ambient lighting, and even ventilated seats with a massaging function make for a pleasant journey. The ET7's price is shockingly high. It starts at slightly about $94,000 when converted in China. But if customers choose to use Nio's battery swap technology instead, the price drops to around $79,300, thereby removing the battery's cost from the vehicle's purchase price. Xpeng P7. Many people in China call the Xpeng P7 an ideal vehicle. It is 16 feet in length and has a 9.8-foot wheelbase, and it has at least 10 distinct models that are available for you to pick from. The top-of-the-line performance model's performance numbers will be used for the purpose of brevity. There are two synchronous permanent magnet motors here, one at the front and the other at the back, each with a power output of 120 kilowatts. All four wheels are powered by the same 316 kilowatts. This car has a peak torque of 490 pound-feet, which means it will be no wimp at 106 miles per hour, according to Xpeng. The 81 kilowatt per hour battery capacity of the top-of-the-line P7 is more than adequate. As for the Xpeng P7's battery life, we've been given the too optimistic NEDC range estimate of 350 miles. Additionally, the P7 can recharge in only 10 minutes with DC fast charging, delivering 75 miles of range. Since June, Xpeng's second model, the P7 Saloon, driven in China, has been on sale in China for the equivalent of $46,000. Ora Good Cat. A pure electric hatchback developed by Great Wall Motors' new EV spin-off firm, the Ora Cat 01, will be available for pre-order from 2022 onwards, according to the company. Great Wall's new specialized electric vehicle platform is used to construct the vehicle, which is powered by a front-mounted electric engine that generates 169 horsepower and 250 newton-meters of torque, allowing it to accelerate from 0 to 30 miles per hour in 3.8 seconds, according to the company. You will also choose from 2 different battery sizes, a 48 kilowatt per hour or a 63 kilowatt per hour battery, with the latter delivering a maximum range of 261 miles. Furthermore, the electrical system of the vehicle supports 80 kilowatt rapid charging, which means that the 63 kilowatt per hour battery can be charged to 80% capacity in just 50 minutes. The Ora Cat 01's vintage-inspired looks draw influence from iconic vehicles such as the Porsche 911 and the Mini, but the technology on board is cutting edge. This subcompact electric car is planned to have a starting price of roughly $33,000 upon launch. BYD Sea Lion. The BYD Sea Lion is slated to make its debut in China during the third quarter of 2022. The BYD Sea Lion is expected to be the company's premium flagship EV this year and will be a full-size electric SUV. Several sources have speculated that the BYD Sea Lion will be the production version of the BYD X-Dream concept car, which made its debut at the Auto China 2021 exhibition in Shanghai. According to BYD, the concept integrates both the brand's highly received dragon face design language and traditional Chinese knot components, which will be a prominent element in the design of future BYD cars, according to the presentation. In the BYD range, it is projected to be an electric SUV that will compete with the Tesla Model Y, putting it above the Yuan Plus. Despite this, the company has released only a limited amount of information on the BYD Sea Lion. This car is projected to sell for between $32,000 and $40,000, depending on its trim levels. Nio ES8. When it came time to produce its first electric car, ES8 in Europe, Nio was able to finally make battery swapping noticed by many. The difference between this and typical electric cars is that normal EVs can only be refilled. But in this instance, you may charge an empty battery with a fully charged battery at a high automated switching station in 3 to 5 minutes. For those planning a lengthy trip, changing from a smaller 75 kilowatt per hour battery and upgrading to a bigger 150 kilowatt per hour battery once they're leaving town may be the most cost-effective option. Because Nio intends to deploy a 150 kilowatt per hour solid-state battery in 2023 that will be interoperable with all vehicles equipped with BaaS, the range of that battery is expected to reach 466 miles, according to the company's estimates. Other specs for the ES8 have been kept under wraps, but the ES8 is available for pre-order for the equivalent of $68,000. BYD Seagull. The all-new BYD Seagull will be presented in China in the second quarter of 2022. Customers who don't want to spend a lot of money on an electric vehicle are the target market for this electric car model. The BYD Seagull will be a smaller version of the BYD Dolphin, which is very popular among Chinese EV buyers right now. Aside from that, the BYD Seagull's range will be smaller than that of the BYD Dolphin and its variants, which have a range of 190 and 260 miles respectively, and is also a 100% electric vehicle. The new automobile is expected to have a range of 100 to 120 miles in terms of mileage. The Seagull, like the BYD Dolphin, has a design and concept that is comparable to that of the BYD Dolphin. An electric and modern overall style is achieved while also being a touch more personalized in terms of styling. Despite the fact that it is a little model, the proportions of the design parts are well balanced. It is the younger generation of fully electric autos powered by new energy compacts. Despite the fact that no official pricing information has been released, the BYD Seagull is a small electric vehicle with a rumored price range of $10,000 to $13,000 according to reports. Nio EP9. While Nio's first vehicle, the EP9 Electric Prototype 9, was never intended to be driven on public roads, unlike the ES8, ET7, and ES6, Nio's second automobile, the ES6, was. Several racing tracks around the world have witnessed this electric supercar set new marks for the fastest lap times ever recorded by an electric vehicle. The EP9 is constructed entirely of carbon fiber, both inside and out, and the inside is no different from the exterior and chassis. In certain cases, the side batteries of this electric racing vehicle may be swapped out in as little as 8 minutes. However, while the chemistry of EP9's lithium-ion battery is being kept under wraps, it is said to contain a liquid-cooled 100 kWh lithium-ion pack that is separate from the Williams F1 supplied pack that powers all Formula E vehicles. Each EP9 costs a total of $1.2 million to produce.